The Liga MX regular season in the books. Here's a look at the table. América, Rayados, Santos, and Pachuca, all top four. That means they get a bye into the quarterfinals. 5 through 12 are into the repechaje, or the play-in, where we got some fascinating matchups. We also have some fascinating questions that are still lingering after the conclusion of the season. Let's start with a team near and dear to Herc's heart, Tigres, who finished 5th. But some in our production team are saying they're actually the biggest threat to win the Liga MX title. Herc, do you agree?
Let me tell you why they think it's the biggest threat. It's actually the first team to reach 30 points and not be in the top four. That's how good of a tournament it was for a lot of these teams in the top four. But they are the biggest threat to everybody in that field besides Club América. I mean, at this point, you have to be out of your mind not to just see what's in front of you. You've got a team who's undefeated in the last 12 in Liga MX. And the team that I think is the second biggest threat, they beat them in that run. And they beat them soundly. América right now is the number one candidate, but Tigres, this Tigres, with the experience, and when I mean experience, I'm not talking about the player pool. I'm not, because there's a very talented player pool. I'm talking about a decade's worth of winning. They're accustomed to making runs. They're accustomed to winning, to lifting trophies up. Then you go into the talent level that they have. André Pierre Gignac ending up with a double. They're heating up at the right time. And Miguel Herrera, who happens to be one of the winningest coaches in recent memory, yes, they have everything to surprise Liga MX, or pundits in Liga, I should say. But right now, it's América, then Tigres, then everybody else.
Yeah, would it really be a surprise? Tigres had a run this season where they didn't look great, certainly in the attack, weren't scoring a ton of goals, but then lately they've really gotten hot. You mentioned Gignac, had a double over the weekend. They beat San Luis 3-0, so they do seem to be coming in hot to this. I'm thrilled as an Americanista to hear you say that América is actually the favorite, that Tigres is not a big threat there to Las Águilas. Maybe you think they're the biggest threat of everybody else in Liga MX. If this were a tale of the tape, where would you give AME the edge over Tigres? Because you're clearly giving them the edge.
I'm giving them the edge in their actual playing level. I know exactly who Club América is. At times, I don't know who Tigres is. They're very Jekyll and Hyde, especially I should say, with Miguel Herrera. Sometimes you have a very offensive unit that in the wings creating numerical advantages, and they're all over the place, and they're scoring goals. And other times you have a team that's like, I thought this version of Tigres left with Tuca Ferretti, so you don't know what you're going to get. But you know what you're going to get with Club América. You know exactly where they're going to hurt you, how they're going to hurt you, and they still do it.
Okay. The way the seeding works out, they could meet in the, semifinals. So very, very interesting if Tigres do get to the semifinals. América do as well. What a showdown that would be.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.